YouTube, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the show. You gotta listen to me for 1 second. Something historic. It's happening right now and nobody is putting the pieces together. I got you. Everyone is out here panicking over the latest crypto headlines. But while retail's busy freaking out, the biggest institutions on earth are quietly making their move. We're talking Ripple. We're talking Blackrock and even national governments all shifting gears at the exact same time. And it's not random. This is all coordinated because while the media is screaming fear, the smart money is screaming buy. And by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly why this week's news isn't about panic. It is about power. Because the US payment era, it just began. And XRP, it is sitting at the center of it all. So grab your popcorn, take a seat, because after today, you're never gonna look at these headlines the same way again. And we're kicking it off right here with Blackrock, a massive Bitcoin purchase. Have you ever noticed every time we're about to take off, the news cycle they start to flood with FUD? It's not an accident. It's what we call market manipulation 101. I've been around for 8 years. I've seen it. I've seen it from every angle. You name it, they're trying to do it. They want you out of the markets. Every tweet, every headline, every crypto's dead story, there's designed to convince you, yes, you, that the bottom is in. They want you to sell cheap. Why? Because you sell cheap, they're going to buy your bags. But let me ask you this. If the bottom was really in, why did BlackRock just buy over $900 million worth of Bitcoin? Think about it. BlackRock, one of the world's largest asset managers, they don't buy the top. They create the top. They're playing chess while retail is out there playing checkers. They want you fearful while they're feasting. They want you out while they're quietly positioning for what's next because they know what's coming. It's going to make 2017 and 2020 look tiny. We're going higher. We're going a lot higher, folks. You've seen nothing yet. And let's get over to this now. Let's connect the dots a little bit here. So BlackRock isn't buying Bitcoin because they love decentralization. Trust me. They're buying because they see what's about to happen globally. Just hours before their move, the UK announced it's lifting the Bitcoin ETF ban for its 69 million residents. Do you see what's happening? Do you understand what's happening? The dominoes, they're all falling. Nation by nation, institution by institution. This is not a coincidence. BlackRock knew that this announcement was coming. They know when the global access gates are about to open up and what happens after that. The liquidity floods in. They're front running the system that they helped design. And it's not just Bitcoin, because behind the scenes, another player, a much quieter player, is being positioned for the real financial reset. That's right. Ripple just dropped something massive. Before we get into that, folks, we talk about these 101s a lot. We have helped over a dozen, more than that at this point, people. If you're looking for tax strategies, how to set up your LLC, structure a business, exit strategies, this is what these calls are for. It's me and you 101. If you've been looking for the answers to your questions, well, I got them. And if you've ever been looking to talk to a real person in crypto, I'm right here. Book your call now before it is too late. And in Ripple, they come out and they dropped a new commercial. Have you had a chance to look at it yet? Have you had a chance to dig into it yet? That's the better question here, because there is a lot going on in this. Let's listen up.
It's happening right now. It's happening to banking, and it's happening with Ripple, blockchain, crypto. Customers and suppliers are paying with it and making real-time settlements around the world. So it's happening to bonds, currency, markets, almost anything. Because if change is happening in finance, then it's happening everywhere. And it's happening with Ripple. It's happening.
A powerful line. If change is happening in finance, it is happening everywhere. And it is happening with Ripple. This is not your average ad. This is a message. It's literally talking about banking, bonds, currencies, and markets, not as they are, but as they are becoming. The ad literally said, blockchain is a powerful engine that creates groundbreaking opportunities for global businesses. Payments, custody, stable coins, you name it, they are showing you the future. And XRP is the engine under the hood. Look, this isn't a tech company doing a brand video. This is the signal to the financial elites that the new infrastructure, it is ready. And if that doesn't give you chills, wait until you see what's happening with Swift, because it gets crazy. So Patrick Bet David's podcast had Brandon Aseo on, and he straight up said, he's like, look, Swift, we're looking to see who's going to replace them. Let that sink in. The global payment network that handles trillions for decades. We are openly now asking the question, who is going to replace them? This is that blockbuster moment, right? Now, people laugh when they said XRP couldn't fill that role. Us holders, us believers, we understood the tech, we understood what it could do, and we knew it could fill that role. But the question's now coming from inside the financial system itself. Let's listen to a part of this.
I'm not going to lie. So I definitely see the future for crypto. I see the use cases for it. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what replaces the SWIFT system, because it's a really antiquated way that we trade money from country to country or person to person. So that needs to be replaced. But I can't help but be a little bit creeped out about Bitcoin because of the fact that we've never seen the creator of it before. And the creator's name literally means central intelligence. Satoshi Nakamoto means central intelligence. So that's
what an interesting point. Satoshi Nakamoto's name literally means central intelligence. Interesting, right? Keep listening.
a little bit weird. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I think the fact that BlackRock and everybody is adopting it shows that it could be legitimate. I think central banks will start putting on their reserves. And when that happens, then it'll be just like similar to cash. But I wonder what the winner is going to be in terms of like what's used for the global payment system. So whatever technology is best.
It may be none of that. You know, it may not be a payment system. It may be just an asset to hold. I mean, literally, you can't
store value
go off a corner of that gold bar and go buy a cup of coffee. It could be that every company, every country and every company will need a Bitcoin treasury, will need to just have it in their treasury somewhere. That's a massive amount of buying. The way every company, if you're not starting the AI program right now, you're way behind. You're going to be left behind.
Yeah, I do think we should do a gold standard type of thing with an asset that is able to grow, I mean, like faster than gold is able to grow. So like to restrain our money supply in some way. Like I get the reason for getting off the gold standard, but I think Bitcoin or something like that can serve as a way to somewhat restrain or keep the money supply under control.
Yeah. So then the question becomes, do you think SWIFT eventually is going to get replaced?
It has to.
What do you think?
So we're yes, I do. A lot of things are evolving. You know, and they're being replaced by modern systems. I mean, you look. I think we're on the 2-year anniversary of LIBOR went away, and we replaced it with SOFR. So there's a lot of things that just naturally evolving in the financial services industry, and SWIFT was one transport system. And thanks to blockchain and other things you can put together, you're going to have different transfer systems. I mean, look at right now. This is very, very interesting. ACH is younger than Wire, right? Yet Wire is still faster. Mm-hmm. So sometimes modern things get in their own way.
What a great point. What a great point. ACH is younger than Wire, yet Wire is faster. So you're saying
with 10 warnings on it. When you click here, the other bank's going to get it. Be sure it's a bank.
Yeah, but you got guys. You hear Ripple, XRP, Swift, what that could do, and you saw how much money was put into Ripple just in the last couple of days. Record breaking for them as well, XRP. So what is your thoughts with that?
Yeah, I think that Swift is a very antiquated system, and it's funny how like it's actually like a messaging device where you say, hey, we're sending you over X amount of money, like, okay, then the bank adjusts accordingly. So it doesn't actually send money as far as I understand it. But all the stats I've seen on how fast Ripple could do it, or any of the others that are competitors for that, they could do it much faster, much more cheaply. And that's really the pain point of replacing that system, is because you can't send money, a large amount of money, to somebody in another place in the world instantly right now.
You're not alone. A lot of people are thinking that. A lot of people are saying that. We had a meeting last week, Tom, you and I at Casa D'Angelo, with a guy that's working with a different coin that people are talking about. But That's
Is it any coincidence that Ripple puts this ad out now? Is it any coincidence that they're now talking about Swift going away and being replaced? And you want to see something cute? We got Joe Lubin out here who thinks Ethereum's going to do it. Really, ETH? Let's be honest, everyone. ETH sucks. That's as honest as I can be, right? How is Ethereum going to handle Swift's volume? It can't even handle a meme coin rallying without the gas fees exploding. Imagine trying to run Swift on ETH. Come on. And yet Joe Lubin's out. He's like, yeah, Swift is using Ethereum tech. But here's the kicker. Sentiment has changed significantly. They are testing, but they are not convinced. There is a big difference between testing something and physically using it. Your test, it can just be a test, and that is it. Look, when it comes to real world scalability and compliance, one ledger fits the bill. That's Ripple and what they have done with XRP. It's that simple. Call it a conspiracy, call it what you want. We saw the writing on the wall. I've seen the writing on the wall since I've been in the space in 2017. It has been clear, crystal clear, that Swift, it was going away. It was going to be replaced. They had the option years ago, right? To the tech and start building, or you go bye-bye. Brad Garlinghouse made his latest comments and said, look, they've had over a decade to do something, to upgrade the system, to move over to a blockchain, and now they are just starting a prototype. He stated it is a little too late for them. And I 100% agree on this. Now we get over to this, Bill Morgan. We'll touch on this real quick because we're talking about XRP treasury companies. This wave is going to be massive. You want to talk about price appreciation on XRP? It's right here. Treasury companies. You see it up. I'll blow it up for you. Resilience Group Global, a multi-billion-dollar financial giant, just added in 17 million worth of XRP to its treasury. That's not a meme coin bet. That is a strategic position. They filed it with the SEC confirming it. And get this, Resilience, they're not just a crypto company. No, they do insurance, brokerage, and financial services. So why would they be buying XRP? Well, if you've been following this channel, you understand what comes next. Tokenized treasuries, tokenized payments, and full-on integration into the XRP ledger. They are not betting on hype. They are building for the new economy. And it's not just them, because we asked Grok, what do we got cooking out here, man? We got over 14 publicly traded companies that now hold XRP in their treasuries, totaling over $11.5 billion. This is no longer speculation. We have confirmation. Energy companies, tech firms, insurance giants, you name it. They're preparing for utility-driven crypto. And the one asset that's sitting dead center between payments, tokenization, and compliance, it's XRP. So while the world's out there and they're arguing over meme coins and headlines, the next financial era, guess what? It's being built, and it's being built on Ripple and the XRPL. So let's be real, folks. This isn't just another crypto story. This is the final chapter before the global payment system flips. The US payment era has officially begun. And when it's complete, we'll look back on these headlines and realize it was right in front of us this whole time. Blackrock, they knew. The UK, they knew. Swift knew. Now you know. So if you're still sleeping on XRP, you're not early. You are late to the quietest revolution in financial history. The question now is if XRP hits triple digits. It's when does XRP hit triple digits? And when it does, well, don't say that nobody warned you.